Guys, today we're going to be talking about holidays. It's approaching the middle of summer. It's the kind of time where we like to have a break, maybe go somewhere quite hot, a beach, even a city, and we need to start thinking ahead. We need to start planning. So I'm going to go through with you the absolute essentials in terms of hair system equipment that you will need when you're traveling. Before we actually get into equipment, obviously the most important thing you will need is a hair system that is unlikely to fall apart when you're away. And I'm referring to swimming in the sea, swimming in swimming pools where there will be chlorine and that kind of thing. So you need to make sure that your system is in pretty good condition. It probably needs to be fairly prime. If you are interested, or if you feel like you might need to get a new system before you go away, it's something I'd probably recommend. It's something that I would do and I'm planning on doing moving forward. Livivid is the system that I wear. I will put their website in the description below. I've negotiated a discount code for you guys if that's something you want to pursue. Obviously totally up to you. It's 15% off any system with them anytime, so do consider that. Once you've got that out of the way, let's just assume you've got a decent system on your head, or you've got a decent system that you're planning to wear. Let's talk about other really important things. So once we can assume that you've got a decent hair system that will see you through your holiday, let's get on to a really important bit, which is the accessories which are going to take with you. Now for me, maintenance at home, the same rules don't apply for maintenance when I'm away from home. Right? And there's a number of reasons for that. Number one, I like to pack light. I don't want a ton of my luggage being basically made up of hair system accessories. It can take, if you want to take everything, it can take up quite a lot of room. And as you guys may have seen in my previous videos, I've got quite a lot of items which I use in terms of maintenance. I probably take about half of that when I'm traveling because, as I said, I want to use my suitcase to pack clothes and other things which are more important to me. Another really important thing to consider is when you're flying, you have to be really mindful of the amount of liquids you're taking. I think it's about 100 ml that you're allowed in small bottles. You can't have any more than that. So again, you're going to need to start thinking about this. For me, I will decant my adhesive remover. I'll occasionally decant my glue, although I'll get onto that in a little bit. But all of these things really need to be considered before you go, because if you're going for more than a week and you're going to a hot country where you're going to be sweating a lot, there's a fairly decent chance that you will need to do at least some form of rebond, most likely the frontal. So for instance, and I know this is not in the original C22 bottle, I decanted it because the bottle itself, the push pump wasn't working. So I put it into just another bottle which I just had going. But I would decant this into, and you can buy them you can go to a chemist and get these. So they're basically these small bottles that you can they're aeroplane friendly, right? And I really encourage you to go to your local chemist and find one of these. They're not expensive. They're like £5, maybe about $7.50 American. It's 100% worth it because then you can make sure that you're getting the items that you need onto the plane and into the country. Okay, so you want to make sure that as a priority, you're going to be decanting your C22 or whatever adhesive remover you use. That's probably the most important thing because you don't want a gluey or tapey mess happening when you are abroad and having no solution to hand. So that's number one, the most important thing. I always take glue as well with me. Now I know for a lot of my viewers, you don't use glue, totally understandable. It's a mess, don't get me wrong. Tape is much lower maintenance, it's much easier to remove and it's much easier to put on. But I do use this usually for the frontal, especially when I'm wearing a lace. So this actually equates to 38 mil. This is Ghost Bond XL. So this is actually fine to take on a plane. This is absolutely fine. So you don't need to worry about decanting this into anything. Quick word on alcohol. I just don't bother taking it. As I said, it's not an absolute essential for me when I'm on holiday or I'm traveling somewhere. I can do what I need to do in terms of cleaning my scalp and in terms of removing the adhesive, using the adhesive remover, cleaning my scalp in terms of just using a soap that's at the hotel. That's all you really need. Just wash your scalp maybe with a shampoo and soap, and that should suffice. Bearing in mind, when you're on holiday, when you're traveling, you're not there forever. It's not home. You're going to be there for 1 to maybe maximum 3 weeks. So you don't need to take every single thing. Also, alcohol, isopropyl alcohol comes with its own problems. Obviously, with the 100ml limit, you can't actually get that much isopropyl alcohol in it. And to be honest, I tend to use quite a lot of isopropyl alcohol when I'm actually cleaning. So, you know, it's not 100% necessary for when you're traveling. Now, the other items I'm going to show you, you don't have to measure them out or anything like that, which is great. They're much easier to get onto a plane and, you know, get across the border into another country. But again, essentials. Only if, and you know what this does, but it's only if you are using a glue. Okay, otherwise, again, this is not essential. The only reason I take this is because I tend to take glue. Another one, and I never bother taking a roll of tape. I just don't bother with it. Again, because it means that I need I need to take with me like scissors, and again, getting scissors onto a plane, absolute no-go, okay? You have to get like really special ones, which I think are like child-friendly or something. No point spending your money on that. So just get some mini strips. They're not expensive. £10 UK sterling, which is probably about $13-14 American, from Amazon. So I really like the no shine ones, because the great thing about no shine is you will not have like any reflection coming off the tape itself. It's pretty invisible. It's really subtle, and that's why I really like it. You get about 72 of these. So this is ample. I mean, you know, you're going on holiday for a few weeks. You will not need more than 72 strips. So this is perfect. I think Ultra Hold as well. Walker's Ultra Hold, you can get strips. Extender Bond as well. All of these are worth considering, and they're absolutely brilliant. You can just put them in your travel bag, no problems whatsoever. Now, the last item that I feel is really essential here is an Alice band. They're not expensive. You can get 4 for about £1, so about $1.50. On Amazon or in your local chemist again. But this is really essential for when you need to do up your front, either with tape or with an adhesive. You've got to keep hair out of the glue or out of the tape, otherwise it's just going to completely screw up, and you don't want that. So an Alice band is really, really important. It's a very simple yet effective device which I use to basically, it's part of my maintenance routine, but it's a really essential part. There is another option that you can use, but it involves you only being able to use one hand to apply the glue or the tape, which is basically using the other hand to hold up the front of the base whilst it's curing or whilst you're putting tape down or whatever. And I've tried that method a few times, and I just get super anxious because I'm worried that if I lose my concentration for a little bit, the hair will flap down before everything is ready, and it just results in a big mess, and you have to start over again. And I just want to basically save you guys as much time as possible. Now, I've just showed you 5 items there. 4 are absolutely essential. So actually 3 are essential. I'm going to correct myself there, because as I said, a lot of my viewers don't actually use glue, and I'm trying to sort of give you guys the best advice here. The absolute essentials are 3 items, which are an adhesive remover, an Alice band, and obviously the mini strips, which I showed you earlier. If you're packing light, you really don't actually need anything other than that. There's no need for scalp protector, for instance. There's no need for isopropyl alcohol, for instance. What I would encourage you to do if you have to do a frontal rebond or even a full rebond is basically get yourself in the shower, get some shampoo and conditioner on, wash out all of the residue, give your head a good clean with soap, and then you can get going on the rebond. I hope you found that insightful, guys, and I'd really actually like to know where you guys are going on holiday this year. Please do whack where you're going in the comments section below. If you're also interested in what my maintenance routine looks like when I'm at home, there is a video going to be popping up top of the screen right now which can lead you right there. which shows a way more comprehensive number of items. But the focus of this one is just sort of holiday, when you're away, traveling for work, anything like that. It's the bare essentials that you can get away with. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.